Hello, it's Michael here, and welcome to this very early preview of the new LinkedIn. How did I manage that? A little while ago, I signed up to become a LinkedIn advisor. One of my colleagues at Social Sales GPS sent me the link, and they signed me up somehow. And we've just had, those of us who became LinkedIn advisors, received an invitation to check out the new LinkedIn and do a survey, which is what I'm doing. You can just see here, there's this notifications study. So they want to know what we think of the notifications. So when I click through to the link that I was given, I immediately arrive on the notifications page. So what I'd like to do in this video is to just compare how things look compared to what we had before. And so this video may take a while because I would like to do it as in depth as I can, so we get a good handle on what's going to be coming down the line. I'm going to come back to notifications afterwards, so let's just go to the home page first of all. As you can see, this looks very clean and very mobile app-like. It looks very, very similar to the mobile app. You've got these cards with each of the notifications coming through, and not much has changed. It just looks a lot cleaner and a lot tidier, I believe. What is new is on the left-hand side, you've got your profile with your headline, and then people who viewed your profile, views of your post. So whilst we're there, just let's click on that. Who's viewed your profile? That's pretty good. I mean, you don't get as many stats on a free account. Therefore, you know, because I'm on premium, obviously I have more information coming through. And it's a nice, it's a nice list of people on the right hand side and telling you how long ago they looked at your profile. So pretty cool. So 5 hours ago, so you can then decide to connect with these people. Tells me that how they found me. So some of these people inevitably are first level because they found me through messaging, so they must have clicked through there. Some people have a certain job title, people that have worked at LinkedIn, or work at LinkedIn, I should say. These are people I might have looked at and they then look back at me. So, nothing much happening on the right-hand side. Update your profile, connect with people. Okay, well, you know what this is like. This is like going down the rabbit hole. So let's click on this. Connect with people you may know. Right, so as we know with LinkedIn, they have this connect button. I've already tested this out. And the connect button immediately sends the standard invitation out. So I would refrain from that whenever you get it. Always click through on the individual, click through to the person, and then, well, let's see if I click the connect button, what happens? Right, you can customize this invitation. Add a note. There we go. It's not that easy to find it, but there is a personalization there. So add a note, because if you said send now, you would send the standard invitation. So and add a note to me is probably not enough. But anyway, that's the new format. And here we're looking at somebody's profile that we're not connected to, so probably it's not going to give me that much to look at. But it's okay. It's okay. So let's go back to the home page. Look at people who viewed 23 views of your post. Right, so it tells me then how many followers I have. Looks at now we're getting the stats here. Can you see this little graph here icon? So this we have on the mobile. Now this is coming to the desktop as well. So that's pretty cool. So it's telling me 6 people who have the title salesperson, where these views came from, and suggesting you to share some articles. Okay, well, I like that. I like that a lot. Pretty good. So that's, again, it looks very similar to the mobile app. Again, it looks very similar to the mobile app. Let's just go there. So I'm now on the mobile app here. And as you can see, the icons at the bottom now are very similar on the desktop as well. And you've got the home page, and you got a few more things on there. That's the profile. So 14 views of your share. So as you can see, I've got exactly the same stats that I have now on the desktop coming through on the mobile. So it looks very similar. This is brilliant because we've been wanting this for ages. It just gives a very, very clean look to the whole experience on LinkedIn, and being able to flick backwards and forwards from doing stuff on your mobile on the desktop. Inevitably, we will have lost some things. So let's just go back to the desktop. Okay, so let's have a look at my posts. So these are my articles, really, my Pulse articles. So that's fine. And okay, so we started from the home page, and then we started going down the rabbit hole. So let's look at my network. So this is showing me pending invitations, so that I can go and accept, or I can message them now. That's cool. I like that. I like that. That's brilliant. I don't think we've got that even on the... No, we don't have that on the mobile app. Let me show you. So in the mobile app, these are my pending invitations, and there is no message button on here. So that, I think, is definitely a bonus on the desktop, on the new desktop to come. So you can message them and say, why do you want to connect to me? And of course you can click ignore. So here we have the people you may know again, and the connect button that we talked about earlier. So what's happened to jobs? Actually, we don't have jobs in exactly the same way on the mobile app. There is a separate app for jobs, but not within the flagship app. So, okay. Well, this just depends on jobs that, if you're looking to get a job, or you'd like to post a job. I don't do a lot here, so we don't need to look at that. Messaging. Right, now this will be different. A little bit different. It looks very, very similar. So the grey message is my outgoing message. The white message is the incoming message. So it looks similar to just slight changes to what we had before. That is new, being able to look at Pat here, then add other people to the conversation. So if I typed in Ted, there's Ted. I can add Ted to the conversation if I wanted to. And I can give him the conversation history as well, but I'm not going to do that. Obviously, you can mute the conversation, and I think we were able to do that previously as well. It's now allowing me to go to Sales Navigator Messages, which is a totally different... I'll just open that in a new tab. It's a totally different ecosystem in Navigator. As you can see, it looks very, very different. A bit old-fashioned, to be honest. And I don't really like it over there that much for messaging. But it allows me to jump back and forth from within here Recruiter, I don't know. And then you can search on messages, which is pretty much the same we had before. So there's still not a better search within messages, I don't believe. Okay, now let's look at notifications, which is what they want some feedback on. And this looks very similar to the mobile app again. Very, very similar. The only thing that's missing, which is what we get on the mobile, is how many views you've had on your shares, on your posts. They keep changing the name, but let's just have a look at that on the mobile. Yeah, so as you can see, the congrats your post reached 50 views. I can't see that on the new one, so that may come. So again, I'm seeing a very, very early version of it. And the only difference here is we've got these little blocks with a space in between, and we don't have that on the new desktop. I'll just take you back to that again. Yeah, there's just a thin line in between, but otherwise it looks almost identical, which is fantastic. The look and feel is very, very similar, and I think that's brilliant. They've done a good job there. Okay, now let's have a look at my own profile. And this is very different. And it does look very similar to the mobile app. There's no question about it. The only difference is on the mobile app, the only thing that's shown is hello, and then you have to click on that or tap on it. In this case, they're showing your summary with the header right there. So I definitely want to change those first few lines, figure out how many lines there are, and then make sure that I have those few lines showing up at the top, because that's how we want to catch people's attention if they're reading our profile. Then of course, they will make suggestions for your strengthening your profile. Here, my posts and activity, this is good. So showing my activity here in this tab, this card, as well as my posts. So activity is like your shares, and the posts are the pulse posts or the blog posts. It goes straight to an experience. So before, I would have wanted to move this. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to move these blocks. If it's like the mobile app, we're not going to be able to move these. But what it does do, it doesn't show you everything like it does on the current one. So I'll show you the current one. Yeah, if you go into your current profile, you go straight into edit mode. So if I just do profile as, so this is a public view of your profile. You got the summary and, where have all the images gone? They may have gone, who knows? And, I think they're showing up probably with each role. Then you've got skills, which looks very different now. But this just kind of goes on and on and on, because I've got so many items there. Whereas with the new one, you've got all these things, but then you get see more experiences, skills, view 24 more, and then you can see a bit more in terms of see more detail, see less. Same for recommendations, same for projects. So if I want clicked on see more projects, then more is going to come out. This is cool. I like this. And then I know my projects are quite long, so see fewer projects. Publications, courses, and then people that I'm following, see more. It just expands, I presume. No, that link's broken. That's not supposed to have happened. That link is broken. because it's supposed to have shown, let's go to the bottom, who I was following, and actually it took me straight to activity. So obviously this isn't ready yet. More is coming, I'm sure. This is where you can go back to your previous LinkedIn, manage your account and privacy. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's go back to the top. I wanted to explore these buttons here. So here showing you all of the different other products within LinkedIn. So we can go to learning. So that's the new learning. I think it already looks like this. And let's go to groups. That's taking me to the old groups, which is the current LinkedIn. Then let's have a look at ProFinder, which hasn't been released in the UK yet. It says what? Or maybe it has now. Are you a pro? Let's click on that. Okay, LinkedIn profiles. Right, I definitely need to check this one out. Okay, account denied. Your ProFinder application has been denied. That's because it's still in beta in the USA. And when I applied, I wasn't allowed because I was in the UK. Fine. Then the next one, I'm not going to bother doing that because I haven't got any co-workers. Then this takes you to SlideShare, presumably outside. Yeah, so this just takes you to SlideShare. And then what was the last one? Job postings. Presumably that just takes me to the jobs section within LinkedIn. Yeah. Okay, fine. And then the last thing is settings. Manage your account, privacy and settings, and then company pages. So here you can manage your different company pages. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if that's changed yet. Yes, it has. Welcome to an early preview of the new admin experience for a company page. Pretty good. So this is now the new company page. And let's have a look at the overview. Right, so I've got to do some editing in here, obviously. As you can see, there's quite a bit to be done here. And okay, so the company page, product guide. That's pretty good. Welcome to your new company pages admin center. This is an early preview of new updates, publishing experience. Full functionality will be available soon. You can continue to publish updates using the current admin experience here. So what's that one? That must be the old company page. Yeah, that's this one, which we don't like anymore because we've had insight into the new one, and we'll have to see what's going to happen there. Right, so that's how you manage your company pages over here. And then let's do the dreaded search because this is what people are worried about. So I'm just going to search for social selling and see what comes up. So it's giving me 1.6 million results. So, and there are some filters here. There are not many. I think they are the same as on the mobile app. Let's just go there. So let's have a look in the mobile app and see what happens. There's like these filter buttons top right. You can refine. So again, you can click second level connections, United Kingdom. Let's just do those. See what happens. Steve Phillip. It doesn't tell me how many results I've got on here. I think it does on the desktop. Let's have a look. So if I did the same here, then United Kingdom. Come on. Refresh Steve Phillips at the top. Yeah. So it's an identical list. I'm looking at my iPad here. It's an identical list in exactly the same sequence as I'm seeing it on the desktop. And here you get the connect button again, which will just send out a direct LinkedIn invitation rather than the personalized invitation, which is different on the iPad or mobile app. You don't get that connect button. You have to actually tap through to the individual and then personalize the invitation. So if I went to Steve Phillip here and okay, I can share his profile, follow, report or block, and as we did earlier, I can click the connect button, add a note to personalize it and then send the invitation. Cool. Okay, so that search, it is limited. If you want to have deeper search, then LinkedIn obviously is suggesting that you go to Sales Navigator. So, okay, so pretty much covered everything so far. I'm sure there will be other things that are going to be released, but I hope you're liking the new LinkedIn. Thanks for listening and be in touch soon.
Staying Alive UK. Share your story.